In this video, what we have to do is we will be working with edit product. So what we'll do is we'll go back to our application and let me close this. We have the product controller. In here, we have completed the first condition where we are creating a product. Now we need to work on updating. When we update a product, we need to make sure that first, if an image is updated, we need to remove the old image and replace it with a new image. Also, with updating, we have to retrieve the entity from the database and then we'll update its properties. So what is the first thing that we will do here? We'll say variable obj from db. Let's retrieve the actual product from database based on the product ID. So here we'll say underscore db.product.first.default and we'll say u goes to u.id is equal to product_view_model.product.id. Once we retrieve that object from the database, we will have all the properties in here. Next, we will check here if files.count is greater than 0. This means that a new file has been updated for an existing product. So with that, we want to add a new file name. So we can copy this with the extension and let me also get the upload. Let me get all three of those, paste it here, and we'll use the file stream as well. Great. So we get the web root path plus the image path, and we have the new file name with the extension of the file that was uploaded. Then we need to remove the old file. So right here we can say variable old file is equal to path.combine, and we will combine the upload with the object from db because that will has the old path. So obj from db.image. So we get the old path. Now we need to check if that file exists. So we'll say if system.io.file.exists. Here we'll check the old path or old file. And what we'll do is if it does exist, we will remove that. So system.io.file.remove. Whoops, it is delete. And we will delete the old file. So with this, we are taking care of the old image that we have. And now we are moving over the new image inside the folder. Once we have moved the new image, we will save that in product_view_model.product. We have the image, which will be file name plus the extension. Great, we have that inside the if condition. If file count is greater than 0. Else means that file was not updated, but something else was updated. So if the image was not updated, we will keep the image as is. So we'll say product.image is equal to obj from db.image. So that way our image is same if it was not modified. If it is modified, we'll change the file name and the extension. Once we do that, here we can say underscore db.product. We have the update on there and we want to update the product_view_model.product. So this will update everything that was changed in product. One issue that we will face here is Entity Framework core is tracking to product. It is tracking the product_view_model.product and it is also tracking the product that we retrieved here. At the same time, Entity Framework core cannot track the same entities because then if you update, which entity should it update? Should it update this one? Or it should update the product_view_model.product. Both of them has the same keys. So which value should it use to update it? So just explaining that doesn't help. Let me run the application and show you the error message. So if we go to product and if we try to edit a product, let's modify the price here and hit update. You will see we get an error message on the update. It says product cannot be tracked because another instance with the same key value for ID is already being tracked, and that is being tracked right here for the same ID. So what is the solution? Well, when we want to update, we only want to update one of them. Either we want to update the obj from DB or product view model.product. And we know in this scenario, we want it to be this one. We are retrieving this only to get the image or the name of the old image. So for that, in Entity Framework Core, you can set a method here that is as no tracking that will tell that do not track this entity. We'll do control dot here to include Entity Framework Core. So we'll add that. And with that, if you run the application again, this will not face the error because this entity will not be tracked anymore by Entity Framework Core. This is one of the common errors that I've seen with Entity Framework Core. Many students have faced it and they don't understand the reasoning behind that. So with that in place, let's try to update the product one more time. We'll go to the product here and we'll try to edit one more time. Let's hit the update. Great, this time you see the price was updated successfully and we do not see that error anymore. Let's try to play with our images. Let me go to the application and right here we have two images right now. Let me open up the folder and great, these are the two images. Let's go back and let me try to update any of the image with a new one. Update. Let's see what happened here. You can see one of the image was removed and it got replaced with the new image. So our delete functionality is also working as expected. If we go on edit now, we see the updated image. So great, with this we have completed the Upsert functionality for product. Last thing that remains is delete.